Sports Connection, sponsored by Sterling Chiropractic.
Good evening and welcome into another edition of Sports Connection. I am Caden Gaylord Day, and as always, is my guy, Mr. Brian Mush Webb. Sir, how are you doing today?
I'm good, sir. Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Yes, happy Mother's Day, everybody. Yes, and it's crazy that we're already at Mother's Day, which means that our sports season is coming down to a close. We're already almost halfway through May. It seems like time is flying by. I mean, baseball, softball season is almost over. The WKU softball season just ended. We'll talk about that later. But that also means that the spring golf season has ended, and our WKU Lady Toppers, man, they had a historic season that just came to an end this past week as the Lady Toppers, they lost in the NCAA Regionals in Lexington. As a team, WKU finished in 10th place as a team, and then individually, Katie Craig and Sydney Hackett tied for 25th, finishing at 2 over. Julia Zagrossi finished tied for 38th. Avery Klein finished tied for 46th, and Kaylee Dwyer finished in 64th. Brian, I know we had these guys in here a couple weeks ago and got to talk to them after they finished the conference championship there, and then at the NCAA Regionals in Lexington. They had a great day one. I mean, absolutely incredible. Yes, she was in second place after day one, and then they kind of came back down to in day 2 and 3. But a strong place in there for the Lady Toppers golf. Historic season for them. First ever conference championship. I know Adam Gary is your guy, man. I know you're really proud of him.
I'm so proud of him. And, I could see this down the road when they hired him. I mean, I knew these kind of things were going to be the low-hanging fruit after he has them. But he's a great recruiter. And this shows what a great job at recruiting and finding talent he does. And not only on the golf course, but in the classroom. But Sydney Hackett had a 66, I think, on the third day.
Yeah, she had a great third day. I believe that might be her career best day as well. And then, for this team to have a tons of pressure on them, first team to win a conference championship for WKU, and you got to think about it. It was Katie Craig's, final time in the Hilltopper uniform. I mean, what a career that she had. One of the best to ever come through in the Hilltopper uniform.
We're going to see her playing at the next level, Kate.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And that's really neat to think about it. But I can tell you this much. This is just the beginning of conference championships for the Lady Hilltopper golf team, because I think there's going to be many more that will come. Great stuff.
Absolutely. There's overall WKU won 4 events this year. They beat a couple ranked teams. Beat Vanderbilt this year. They've been placing really well over the years. So the future is bright for a Lady Topper golf. Awesome. Now we're going to transition a little bit to the baseball field, because the WKU baseball team got a much needed sweep over New Mexico State this weekend, smoking the Aggies on the road. WKU combined for 41 runs in just 3 games. They only gave up 11 on Friday. It was 11-3. Saturday was a 7-inning game, 19-3. And then Sunday today, finishing it out with an 11-5 game. A good clean sweep for the Hilltoppers there.
Man, and talk about a season. 40-win plus season. 6 times in WKU history has that happened. 1980, 81, 85, and I believe maybe 88 and 2009 maybe. But the 85, 88, and 81 were regular season like this one was. So they didn't even have to count the postseason, but they're going to be a top 4 seed. But they've had the home run derby going, man.
Absolutely. Kyle Hayes, man, he's been on fire. He had 2 home runs this weekend there. Ethan Lozama had a home run today. I think 4 guys had a home run in today's game there. And the Hilltoppers, they've been slinging that bat. Kyle Hayes and Ethan Lozama, they have 20 combined home runs just between the 2 of them on the year there. Like you said, they will be a top 4 seed at least for the upcoming Conference USA tournament. They are currently right now the 2 seed there, and I think 1 win this upcoming weekend against Jacksonville State will lock them in as that 2 seed. I believe they have a 2-game lead over Kennesaw State there. But yeah, man, what a great season so far for Coach Raridan and the squad. 41-10 on the year. They're like their best record since 1980 when the team finished 47-13. I believe they could end up with the sweep here to end the regular season. But my question to you is, do you think they're going to get an at-large bid for the playoffs here, the tournament here?
I think if there was ever an argument that could be made, it's definitely this season. Just not only the win and loss column, but the strength of schedule. paired with just some of the numbers. I mean, some of these numbers and our pitching, I think they would be definitely a candidate for that. But I think they're going to win the conference, and it won't matter. But
absolutely, I still think either way this should be a two-bid league.
Question,
you know, Dallas Baptist obviously, you know, is the baseball school around here, but you know, Western beat them. Smoked them.
They did.
You know, so I think, you know, it should definitely be a two-bid league. You know, that sadly the loss to FIU on the road for the Tops knocked them out of any type of hoping to host a regional. You know, that would have been awesome there because it would have been at the Hot Rod Stadium, because I don't think Western's field is good enough to be able to hold everybody. But that would have been cool for Western to host there. But I do believe they should be an at-large team. I mean, 40-plus wins. You have multiple wins over SEC teams. Kentucky there.
Yeah.
You go to the 10th inning against Vanderbilt there and could have pulled that one out. Obviously, Louisville, you know, these regional teams are always tough contests for them. But, you know, to be, I believe, 28 or 29-1 at home there. You only have 10 losses on the season.
The Nick.
You know, you got to give the mid-major some love there and give them two bids.
You really do. And I think if they get in there, they're gonna make some tough out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That'd be a tough out for a lot of teams.
I mean, this team has some of the best pitching in the country, let alone the conference. And I believe they're at one of the top couple teams there in the conference and hitting as well. So
I mean, you know, man, that's what it takes to make a run, and this team can do it. One thing I hope to see is somebody just lock Reardon in for like 20 more years.
Yeah, well, that's a total different conversation.
Him at WKU.
And I'm not sure Western has enough money to keep that, you know, in the new college era that we
Let me
live
give my
in.
wallet out.
Well, we have a special guest for you after the break, and we'll talk about some WKU softball later. So keep it here on Sports Connection.